Hi everyone and welcome back. Today we have the event of the skins that particularly has been focused on Julius and Isaac. Also they have released Xe'Sha, but Xe'Sha will go to the next Hero Way paywall. Okay, so from the shop, which is the first thing I think we need to review, 85,000 and you get the super skin of Isaac is critical hits. Isaac doesn't have critical hits by default, so what this super skin is going to give Isaac is around 6,000 of critical hits than before he didn't have. Okay, for the rest of things, artifacts, chaos cores, Isaac soul stones, and gears. Okay, one thing I believe is the price of the gears has increased. I don't think this was before 27, this was 19th, or this was 34. I think the prices are much higher than used to be a little bit, but maybe I'm wrong. Like particularly Lamore 14,000. I think this is very expensive. I think the number of the currency of sub coins has increased. I think this was 70,000 and now it's 78,000. I will need to check, but I will not surprise if they have increased the number of sub coins that you need to be able to improve the gears. There is another typical thing that Nester does that you don't realize, but at the end this means that things are more expensive because they have increased the number without you realizing. Okay, it could be. Anyways, let's go to the skins. Okay, the Isaac, where are you, Isaac? Now it has moved. Okay, my Isaac, I believe, is close to max out or max out, but uh, level 80. Okay, so the skin is this one here. It gives you almost 6,000 of critical hits. I don't like too much how they look like. This is one, the normal one, and this is the super skin. I don't think that the skins that Isaac has got are really nice. I think have done much better work. I don't like it, none of them, but it's my opinion. It's not that it does anything. So if we go to stats, what I mentioned before, it gives you almost 6,000 of critical hits than before he didn't have. Okay, so I think this is good. I would prefer to be have been physical attack, like super skin physical attack, 14,000 of physical attack, but it has not been the case. Giving something that a hero doesn't have, I think is nice. I was expecting that at least we will see in the test that the critical hit will do much more damage, but I don't think it's the case, and we will see why. Okay, the second skin that has been released is Julius, and it has been this one here. Okay, I also don't like too much this skin. I prefer much more the Lunar skin. Okay, and the one for Julius is physical attack. Julius has a level 80, sorry, a level 40, has 33,000 of physical attack. With this skin, it goes to, I think it's 40,000 of physical attack. This is very good. It's an increase around 20 to 21% of physical attack. Is very important because despite it's a tank, and you can think physical attack is not important, it's very important because all the three skills require physical attack. You can see here, okay, physical attack, and then physical attack. Okay, so it's an increase in the value of Julius. The best skin Julius can get is physical attack. Okay, so I think this is a very good skin for him. It's as good as the health one that he needed because he didn't have too much health. As you can see, without the super skin, he will have around 55,000 or sorry, 550 of health. With the super skin of health, he moved to 750. Okay, but physical attack is very important for Julius. Is the best skin with the health skin that Julius can get. Again, the reason I prefer physical attack now is because physical attack is what improves all the skills of Julius, but without the super skin of health or the skin of health, Julius was dying very early. So both of them are very important, but much better than anything that they had released like magic defense and critical hits. Okay, there is much more important. Also very nice is if you have the talisman, that is armor penetration. I thought it was a bad talisman. I always thought it's a bad talisman, but particularly with Sebastian, it makes Julius much stronger because Julius has like almost 9,000 of critical hit by default. If you increase the glyphs, it's much better, and then it does a lot of damage to the front line. I have seen Julius making 1 million of damage, and to be a tank is a lot of damage. Okay, so very good skin for him. Okay, finally, the third skin that has been released is Xe'Sha, but you cannot buy. It's in Hero Way. Also, I don't think it's here. You cannot see yet the one it is, but it should appear here. I don't know why it does not appear yet, but it's okay. And it has been health. Um, It will be an skin I will recommend to get, but it's again will be in Hero Way next month, so it's a paywall type of skin. Okay, and I think it's very important because Xe'Sha is a little bit glass cannon. It has only 170k of health, so moving Xe'Sha to 100, so sorry, to 270 will make Xe'Sha much more reliable. Okay, much safer. Also, I think the combination of loss of health with Aiden it will be much better for Xe'Sha. Okay. So I have prepared a couple of tests here to discuss a little bit how things has gone or like how good or bad is the new skins. Okay, this is something I was testing. I know someone will when see this will be happy to see it, but anyways. Okay, so the first test what I have done is I have provided Julius, Judge, Sebastian, Isaac, and Astrid. The idea is JAJ with Sebastian because now we know that Isaac has critical hits, Julius has critical hits, and then with Astrid. Astrid doesn't. I don't have the new talisman that is critical hits, which in theory should be much better because now you have Sebastian, so it aligns. But Wolf, which is a guildmate, have it. But one important thing is, as I mentioned, my team is maxed out with all the glitch 40. So this team here, I believe, is completely maxed out and is 650 almost. And you see, Wolf has 10,000. This means there will be some heroes here that has very high glyphs. Okay, I cannot specify which one. I will not compare because it's not my account, and I will not share the information of another account that is not mine. But realize that here it will not be only the talisman, which is the new one with critical hits. We are talking about, and probably that Julius will be strong and other heroes around will be strong, which is a difference of 60k, which is approx two heroes level 80 of different. Maybe it's not both of there are two heroes level 80, maybe there is three heroes level 70 or things like this. Okay, but take this into account. Okay, so the first thing I did is I went with Tristan, Oya, Fire Siblings, and Fafnir as a very good team in attack. 0-10, again the new talisman. This is an improvement. Sorry, talisman, no skins. Whereas versus Lara, I get 3-7, and versus the super wolf with the new skin of Astrid, 2-8. I still believe that the new talisman of Astrid is worse than the old talisman. I think prefer armor penetration than critical hits, is my opinion. Okay. Anyway, you have here what happens. Then the next I went is with Aurora, Dante, Nebula, Iris, Octavia, so Adio, and I get almost 10-0 always instead versus Lara. Then I get a 9-1. Okay, in this one here, where I only lost Isaac. One thing I would like to show you, and I forgot to show you before, is I will take one of them randomly. And I want to show you like how much damage Isaac has done. Isaac does 1.6 millions of damage against this team, which is a lot. Okay. Against Adio, let me go to Lara, for example, one that we lost and the one that we win. As you see, Isaac does, but not too much damage. Okay. One important thing is remember that Iris hard counters Astrid. Okay, and this is very important. Let me go here in the one that we won, how much damage Isaac does. Because here almost 1 million. Okay, so you see a little bit of increase on damage for Isaac. The next team it was Tough, which is Clever, Luther with Tristan, Artemis, and Fafnir. They all Tough. And then we get 10-0 against this team, the one with Astrid, but we get 6-4 against Lara, and then we get 5-5 against the strong JJ team or Progress team with Astrid with a new talisman. Again, this is not because it's the new talisman, probably it's more because Julius is quite strong here. Okay, so let me see how much damage Isaac did. As you see here, Isaac almost does not do any damage at all. Let's go here. I will compare one where we win and we lost. As you see, Isaac here does half million damage. It's not too much. And here Isaac does 700 something when it wins. So we see a little bit of increase on damage, but I don't see too much change. As we can see before, like I see an improvement, but not a crazy improvement. But yeah, it looks like of course like Julius is better, but more for Julius than for Isaac, to be honest. Then the next one I use Luther with Nature and Astrid. 10-0 here. Okay. Against this team. As you see, Isaac is the one who does the more damage. Then against Lara version, 7-3, so it's not anymore 7-3. So it's not more 10-0. As you see here, Isaac does only 300k, and when we win, Isaac does almost 800k. Okay, so it looks like it does a little bit more damage. Then the next team, it was the Xe'Sha, but with using Masi instead of Faceless Jorgen. Okay, and because it's Astrid, I use Iris. Against this team, 10-0. Against this team, 0-10, because as we don't have Astrid, we have Lara. So then I replace in the next match Iris for Martha and 4-6. Okay, looks like here Lara was better. And then finally, against the big progress team with Astrid, is a 6-4. Okay. The next step is I thought to change a little bit and use in this case Julius, Judge, and Isaac, but instead of using with Sebastian, but instead of using Lara or using Astrid, I thought to use Jasmine. This team doesn't have too much armor penetration. Isaac gives you a little bit, but in last position, Isaac doesn't provide to you too much benefit. To be honest, there, I will rather remove Isaac from here because the thing that gives you armor penetration to the back team like Ginger or Astrid will not happen here because it's the last hero of the team. But the combo Jasmine with Sebastian is very strong, and having JJJ with Seals is also very strong. So what we see here is versus Adio is a 9-1, using Tough is 8-2. Like we are not getting a 10-0 victory. Using Oya Tristan with Kayla Aiden is a 6-4, and then using JJ with my own Sebastian Astrid is a 7-3. So you see, it's not like clear victory. And then finally, I went using my favorite team against critical hits currently, which is Astaroth, Nebula, Iris, and with Orion and Helios. Very careful, you cannot use this team if it's Octavia because you are using Iris. But if it's a critical hit team without Octavia, you can go with this team and you almost are going to win. Helios hardcoder critical hits, Iris does too much damage. Mojo, Orion provides armor penetration, which helps Helios and Iris. And then you have Astaroth for resurrection and everything powered with Nebula. So it's a very strong team. And then I got 10-0. Okay, so short version, I think particularly with Julius is a very good skin. Isaac, I still don't see that much benefit. I see that much more damage, but what you were able to kill before, you're still killing it, and what kills you still kills you. It's not like it's going to be much stronger. I don't think so, as you can see. So not very sold out here or convinced, but is what it is. Okay, like I don't know if I will recommend Isa, probably no. As you can see, this is all the results again, and you can check them how they went. And I am not ultra convinced on progress coming back, but of course Julius is a very strong tank. If we go to tanks currently, in my opinion, I use Corvus always because there is a lot of Kayla with Oyan Tristan, and Corvus is the one who kills Kayla or damages a lot Kayla. You probably play with Ambari against Dante Octavia teams, and this is because of the current meta. Then as a third tank, I always I don't use a tank, or if I use a tank, I usually play with Astaroth, and the main reason is Ambari against Dante Octavia, Corvus against Oya Tristan, Kayla, and then the third team usually is a Jasmine team, Jasmine Sebastian team with whatever, or with Lara, or with, and then Astaroth, if it's Lara, it will be Astaroth burning the energy, Astaroth giving you resurrection. So usually I play with Astaroth, or I play with Julius if I go with JJ something else, like JJ with Sebastian Lara, because it's very strong, depending on what is the third team. Okay, so this is usually the four tanks I use. I don't use that much Clever, but sometimes I use Clever. So I will say Ambari Corvus always using, and then as a third tank, or I don't play with a tank, but I play with Clever, Astaroth, or Julius. So this skin for Julius is very good. You don't need to play only Julius with JJ. You can play Julius with Kela and Aiden, and I will maybe do a video about that later and see how much it improves. But it's a good skin for Julius. Whereas the skin of Isaac, I don't think there is that much improve. And the point of Isaac is Julius. You can use in a lot of teams. It's an amazing tank, probably the third in the top 3 tanks of the game. But Isaac is a hero that I only use with JJ and is dependent of JJ. So you have JJ or progress team, it's good to have the super skin, but I have not seen any really improvement. I see more improvement from the physical attack of Julius skin. Okay, so this is what it is. Let me know what do you think, and if you have found other combos where you see a big difference, please leave your comments and let me know. Have a good day.